G'day guys, Clint Adams here. I'm here with Matt Van Schaik from BioGro, recording episode 17 of The Full Landscape. I'm very excited to be back actually. It feels like I haven't done this for a couple of months and it's probably only been a couple of weeks. So Matt is third generation of a three generation, unless there's kids he doesn't know about, family owned and operated business that produces
premium organic growing mediums, mate.
So there you go.
Well, organic fertilizers, I should say, yeah. Liquid stimulants and all the rest. So, yeah.
Enjoy.
Okay.
Y'all ready to turn it up tonight? If you really wanna fly, put your hands in the air, let the music get you high.
I'm actually quite excited because I haven't done a podcast for 2 or 3 weeks, like a proper sit down in here and ask some questions because we've been travelling and then end of financial year and whatever else. So obviously our audience is landscaper heavy.
Yeah.
So if you can, I guess, keep that in mind and give us the quick elevator pitch around, I guess, you and what your business does.
Yep.
So
Easy enough.
fire talk
away.
to me.
So basically, well, we're obviously multi-generational family business. Been in the industry for 40 years. My grandfather started the business off the back of being an earth moving business. He drove backhoes and basically dug roads and did all that kind of stuff. He's originally from Holland, so moved here when he was very young. Out of that, he noticed that the mills were sort of burying their bark. So basically what they would do is they would shred the logs and whatever they had left and all the other sort of waste type stuff, they would just bury it. So
Mills being pine mills predominantly, or timber mills?
Timber mills, yep.
And just for people listening, this is Mount Gambier we're talking about?
Yep.
Cool.
So the southeast forestry region.
Yep.
We have very strong ties with probably like the 4 large mills there, who have changed ownership over time, but we've always maintained our relationships with them.
Yep.
Basically off that, Pa knew that he could do something with the waste that was coming out of the mills, instead of just burying it. And
so that's what they were doing, just dump it.
Burn it, bury it, wherever they could get rid of it.
I guess 40 years ago as well, they probably weren't as conscious of the environmental impact.
There was no value put on it. It's a lot like today now with green waste. No one was putting value on green waste for a long time, up until the last probably 5 to 10 years. They've started putting value on it because they know that guys like us can get money from the front end and the back end out of it. So
that's the I love that business model, that you can charge to take it and charge to get rid of it.
Yeah,
it's
absolutely.
good business.
Yeah, it is. It's that circular economy. So we try and really operate in that circular environment where we're taking in feedstock, processing it, sending it back out to market, but then when it gets back to market, it normally goes into gardens or some sort of growth area to do with plants, and we get the green waste out of that.
Yeah, so the nutrients are being uptaken. It'd be funny to see that life cycle, the real life cycle, like actually following. You can't follow an atom, but
it would be real cool.
Where did it go? What plant did it go to? Where did the fruit get picked? Where did it end up? Yeah,
absolutely. Yeah, no. So we and we are actually making a short video on that a little bit to do the educational thing around it, because I think it's a really cool thing that not a lot of people sort of understand it fully just yet, but when you get an appreciation for it, it's actually a really cool thing, and it sort of I think encapsulates how sustainability can be a really, really good thing moving forward, especially in the waste game, turning something that's obviously not a want and not a need into something that is needed.
Well, sustainability and waste almost go hand in hand. Like there's no, do you know what I mean? Like those two words they don't exist. Like if it never becomes waste, I guess it's more sustainable, but it's not.
That's right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, if it can be used
forever,
and to turn back into something else, and providing benefit to the environment. I mean, like, we've got to look after the environment.
Yeah.
I put my green hat on, but we're using more than what we're producing. Population's only going to get bigger. Gardens are going to get smaller. We're going to have to find out ways.
And there's finite resources when you think about it. I mean, obviously you can grow another tree, that takes time. But there's only so much in our earth. As far as metals and gold and whatever else.
What you need
that we're going to need as a community, cement.
And rocks. Trees produce CO2, and you can't.
And trees can grow.
Yeah, and you can't really do you can't artificially do that. Well, not to my knowledge. I mean, maybe there is some scientists out there that's doing that, but I don't know about that.
No, and why would you if
Yeah.
if a tree can do it and you can and you just plant trees? I mean, and then I guess if Carl was here, he'd talk about all the positive
Yeah.
psychological and
Absolutely.
social effects of having those trees growing. So the business, its core business is producing good from bad
Basically, yeah. So
in a organic world.
in an organic way. So what our core markets are basically from the timber mills with the pine bark. It's potting mix.
Mm-hmm.
So potting mix and growing soils in a containerized environment is a lot different to in the ground.
Yep.
Which not a lot of people understand that either.
Yep.
So we do a lot of stuff in containerized environments. So pine bark's great for that because you can screen it, grade it to certain grades, which gives it different AFP, which is airfield porosity. So which allows root development, and you can add all your trace elements, your fertilizers, your growth stimulants in there,
Yep.
all into like a blend into a container, which is pretty much the optimum growing environment for that plant variety.
Okay, so you can customize the blend to suit what the plant's requirements are going to be,
Yeah.
drip based on the fact that it's not in the ground,
Correct.
that it's in a plastic or concrete or whatever terracotta,
Yep.
whatever the container will be.
Correct.
Predominantly plastic, I'm guessing now in the
Yeah.
in the nursery market.
Yep.
So you would sell to companies like Heine's,
Heine's, yeah.
and then they'd grow their tube stock or their bigger stuff.
Yep, absolutely. Yep. So yeah, we normally they'll have, and you've probably been out to Heine's, but they have a whole variety. Heine's is actually a really cool business to work with. They've got such a diverse range of plants that it's we have I think 3 or 4. Actually, it's probably more than that. It's probably 4 or 5 custom blends.
Yep.
Just for plant varieties for
Yep.
them.
So you just bring a truck for that down, dump it in their bay.
Yeah, so
Yep.
they have the soil bay there. They'll have their potting machine, so it's right next to their potting machine. They just feed it in. They'll be doing a different line of plants on a given day,
Yep.
or whatever the seasonality is
Yep.
for it. So we do that for most nurseries. So, pretty much all of them. We do it here in Adelaide and Melbourne.
Yep.
They're the biggest markets for that. But we also do a lot of potting mix and bags. So
Premium or standard or both?
both.
Both.
We do actually. We don't have our own retail brand.
Yep.
Out.
Okay, yeah. So you'll bag for other people.
We bag for other people, so like your Scots, your Rich Grows, just here in South Australia and Victoria.
Yep.
So the annoying thing about the bags is it's kind of hard to control. There's probably not enough regulation around
Yep.
what you can put in bags.
Yep. Well, my I guess very entry level knowledge is there's premium and not premium, and premium has fertilizer in it, and not premium is a bag of dirt. That's my understanding, but
Yeah, well-
I'm sure it's way deeper than that.
It is very deep. Yeah, it goes a lot deeper. The variety of feedstocks that we're taking in as a business now, and going away from the pine bark, we're taking green waste, sawdust, manures, paunch waste, food waste, liquid grease waste,
Yep.
all kinds of varieties. Normally, what will happen is a company will approach us and they'll say, like, look, we want to do this blend in a bag.
Yep.
And yeah, we sort of work out, well, what area of the market do you want to play in? Do you want to play low end or do you
Yep.
want to play high end?
Yep.
And it all comes down to cost, numbers, and the big green box.
I'm guessing the availability as well, because you can only
Availability.
put in what you can get.
Absolutely.
You know,
yeah,
you don't
yeah,
want-
so, yeah, exactly. So normally, yeah, we don't do the spec. If it's a premium one, we'll help with the spec because we've got the technical knowledge and expertise to be able to say, all right, look, we think you need this in a premium mix if it's going to sell well, and you want it to perform. If you're putting like a Scott's premium mix, they're
Yeah.
putting their name on the bag, so they don't.
Well, they want it to perform, and then obviously you do too, because you want to keep selling it,
Absolutely.
and it's the right thing to do.
Yeah, exactly.
So third generation.
Yes.
So your pa, you said you call him pa.
Yep.
And then your dad.
Yeah, my dad.
Is
yep.
there multi siblings inside your dad's generation?
Yeah, there was. Yeah, well, there is.
Yep.
Sorry. I shouldn't say
So
was. There is.
you deleted an uncle or something?
Not deleted.
Yeah.
But yeah, no. So yeah, my uncle and my dad took over the business a little while back now.
Yep.
My uncle didn't want to be in the business anymore, so my dad and my mum took over the business.
Yep.
I think it was about how many years ago? It's probably 5-6 years ago now.
Yep.
So yeah, we're third generation.
And you're one of a few as well?
Yeah, I'm on a 4.
I was going to say, Mount Gambier, you're meant to have at least 4, aren't you?
Yeah, at least, yeah. We're probably in the low end. Like,
Yeah, but then
normally
again,
like
you guys
6
have the
of them.
internet now, so
Yeah.
your generation's where it'll stop.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Yeah. There's probably like, I've probably got 2 or 3 sisters or cousins or something out there that I don't even know about. But,
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
That's not what we're here. We're not here for a counselling
They don't get any, they don't get any value out of the business, so it's fine.
So what's your role in the business?
So my role is sales and marketing. So basically, I look after a lot of sales here in South Australia and a little bit of regional Victoria.
Yep.
And the marketing sort of component, we have a consultant that works with us,
Yep.
but I look after. Basically, I manage them.
Yeah, so they take care of the marketing, but you'll liaise
facilitate
with
it.
them and go, oh, I don't think that's the direction we
Yeah.
want to go in, or yeah, we do.
Yeah.
So
absolutely.
you mentioned you're making some videos around, I guess, the life cycles of that kind of thing.
Yep.
Obviously, being a third generation country business that sells dirt and mulch, without being disrespectful.
Yeah. It's premium organic growing mediums.
Yep. Is it a challenge for you to get the marketing dollars there?
Yeah.
As the young generation, or are the parents go like, yeah, no, we know we need to do Facebook, we know we need to do Insta, we know we need to make videos?
Yeah, I'm actually really glad you brought it up. We've actually really had a big shift. Probably it was probably been in the last sort of couple of years, but I want to say really this year. We hadn't been great at marketing. We were never very good at it. We always had a good brand, a good solid brand, and people kind of knew about us and they kind of knew what we did, but we weren't at the level where the business was going to be able to grow more. So we realised that we needed to spend some dollars, and so we're going to do that now. We're going to put some serious time into it.
Yep.
Which is obviously engaging consultants, professionals. We've updated our brand, our website. So we just recently we upgraded the logo.
Yep.
And everything.
So is that an old logo or a new logo?
No, this is the new one. So
you've made, is the van Schaik smaller?
Yeah, it used to have a flower, so it used to have 2 flowers in there.
I'm just googling it while I'm talking to you.
Yeah, have a look at it. So it used to have 2 flowers in there. And I think the Van Shakes. I don't even know if I think the Van Shakes was under it. So, yeah, basically, my pa wasn't thrilled when we told him we were going to change the logo because it was his baby and he sort of created it all that time ago. And he really loved the flower in it because it promotes, growing and all
pretty.
that kind of stuff.
And he's from Holland.
Yeah, and he's from Holland, so yes, he's very, very into all that kind of stuff. So
Orange flowers.
Yeah, so basically we needed to have a bit more of a corporate presence. We wanted to sort of professionalise the logo, appeal to the bigger type, of conglomerates and stuff like that.
I can see now. Yeah, I get what you're saying.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was just a bit
So you've
outdated.
lowercased it, taken the flowers off, lined it all up a bit. I mean, yeah, if that was done 40 years ago.
Yeah. Yeah. Like, you can understand, like, that, for the time, it was probably, a nice looking logo. And
So is that you guys?
no, that is a concept, though.
Do you know that's on the internet?
Yeah, no, I didn't know. That's interesting. Okay.
So, yeah, for any BioGro competitors out there,
that's
what they're about to build is on the internet.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, it's huge.
That's cool.
I think.
It's not happening.
No, it's not happening. No. Very conceptual, that is. Yeah. Under wraps. I'll have to follow that one up. Actually, I don't know where that's come from. Yeah, they are happening. So if you see our trucks now,
So the person that's designed your concepts has
put them on the
your
internet,
concepts on their website.
That's interesting.
So I guess you signed a non-disclosure early on that one.
Yeah. Well, I didn't myself, so I'll follow up the right person who did.
This has gone south. Lucky I got rid of that knife.
Yeah.
So you came down to Adelaide as a teenager to study.
Yeah.
So your parents
correct.
wanted you to get a good quality education, and
Yeah.
Was it always a plan to move into the family business, or they weren't pushy with that? They were like, yeah, whatever, just whatever makes you happy, son.
Yeah, basically, yeah. No, it was really left up to us what we wanted to do. I was really just like a daddy's. Like, I just want to follow dad around.
Yeah.
Like, I just want to do whatever he did.
Are you the youngest?
No, I've got a younger brother.
Yep.
So little brother. My little brother's still sort of like, we're probably not the same mindsets where he's happy to do whatever, and he's still trying to find
Finding
his way.
himself. How old is he?
18.
Yeah.
Oh no, 17.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah.
So he's around that age where
Yeah.
he's still finding his way. But I always sort of had an idea that I wanted to be in the family business. I actually thought I wanted to be a logistics manager,
Yep.
transport and logistics.
Yep.
So I worked for a big company in Mount Gambier for about a year and a half, Scott's Transport.
Yep.
Um,
Pretty big company.
yeah, pretty big company. Yeah, so no, it was, and it was really good experience. It was pretty hard because I had to deal with a lot of like truck drivers and stuff, and I got to sort of realise that I didn't really want to be in transport.
But the good thing is you went and cut your teeth outside of mummy and daddy's business.
Absolutely, yeah.
So
yeah.
that's as much as it doesn't matter and it's your life. It puts a patch on your shoulder that goes, yeah,
Definitely.
It wasn't just handed.
Yeah.
You know, because there'd be. I mean, that's something that we can talk about further. But
absolutely.
working in your family business,
Yeah.
there's- I guess whether or not there's resentment from other staff or not, there might be perceived resentment in your head that you're like, yeah, well, you know, he just got that job because, or
Yeah.
So it's good that
Yeah,
you've gone
absolutely.
out. So you came down here, went to school. Did you go to uni?
Yeah. Well, I'm actually still studying currently, so I still study part time.
Yep.
I went to uni a bit later because of wanting to work after school. So I came here, finished up at St. Peter's in 2012.
Jesus, 2012.
Yeah, I know. Yeah.
Oh, God.
So still young, mate. Still very fresh.
I guess to getting younger.
Yeah. So then I actually moved back to Mount Gambier after year 12.
Yep.
Just for a year. I wanted to work for a year or do a gap year or do something.
A gap year in Mount Gambier.
Yeah, sounds lovely, doesn't it?
Go
Very-
down to the Blue Lake.
Blue Lake,
and
yeah.
just ponder
Little
life.
blue, yeah,
Yeah,
go for a swim in a
cool.
pond or go do something. Yeah, so it wasn't the most luxurious gap year, but for me, that was sort of like you said, cutting my teeth. So
And the gap year you had to have.
had to have.
Yeah.
And the other thing about it was, I've never been like. Everyone might think that, BioGro, you've got a big company and you get everything paid for you, but my parents always made it for me that you got to find your way, kind of thing.
Yeah.
So
And-
pay for
yeah,
your own things.
Yeah, and your wage will be market wage. It's not like
Absolutely.
Yeah, I get
Yep.
it. And that's not. I don't want to go too far into that. But,
Yeah.
I like that. My dad's got his own business, and growing up, I was like, oh yeah, I'd love to learn it. I want to do it. And even now, if I asked him now, he'd be like, no. Like even now, I've gone. I've done mine. Let me learn yours.
Yeah.
No.
No.
He's just like, no, do your own thing.
Yeah, which is fair. Yeah, and like some people do have that view.
I'm the opposite. I'm like,
Yeah.
if my son wants to work, and he's 5,
Yeah.
but
Yeah.
he's like, he's going to sell pumps when he's older. He's already told me. So
Yeah.
if he wants to come and work here, wicked. Like,
Yeah.
I love the idea of that.
Yeah.
But I do like the idea of saying, I was going to say a degree, and I don't think that's necessary. But go do whatever you need to do until you're 23 or 25.
Yep.
And then come back in with some life experience and some learnings, whatever that might be.
Yeah,
Whether it's,
absolutely. Yeah.
praying in the mountains or
Yeah, that's
or a
right.
tertiary education.
Yeah, go on a year and just go, on a boat somewhere and find your way.
Yeah.
No, but yeah, I think so. Yeah, I did that. Came back up here. When I came back up here, I actually worked at Garden Grove for about a year.
Yeah, so that's wicked
probably
as
another
well.
year and a half. Yeah, so I got the understanding of the retail side of our industry and like how a retail garden centre works, which was really cool. And I love the guys up there.
They've also got a bunch of trucks.
They've also got a
Yeah,
lot of trucks. A lot more trucks than we do. So, so basically that was really good experience as well. Out of that, I was studying as well at the time. I started a commerce degree. Didn't really like commerce. Wasn't liking the numbers and sitting behind a desk. So I was like, I've got to swap degrees. So I swapped into a business management. So out of all that,
still numbers, but more as people as well, I guess.
yeah, it's a bit more people focused. I'm a social guy and I've
Yep.
got good social perceptiveness, so I sort of like talking and chatting.
Yeah,
so.
if you got stuck in front of a computer for 12 hours.
I mean, I'd become a bad person probably. So
Like old mate here.
yeah, he actually seems okay for someone that's done that.
Yeah,
he's
he's
smiling. Like I wouldn't be smiling. So
He's,
I'd be.
I think he has his days.
Yeah.
Today's a good day.
Technology can be good sometimes.
Well, you
and
got to
bad
think
sometimes.
he's listening to my bullshit.
Oh, that's true.
8 hours a day?
Yeah. Jeez,
So-
that's a rough time, mate.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like there should be actually. I won't say that. I was going to say put a kind of psychological help into his salary package, but then he'll want it. Yeah, no, we're not going to do that.
yeah.
Where you get to talk to someone's like, tell us about your problems, Clint.
Yeah. No. Yeah, so out of that, the job role came up here in Adelaide. It was more of a customer service type role, and we'd advertised it for a little while. And I remember speaking to my old man on the phone about it, and he sort of said, "Oh, do you know anyone? Do you think could you think of anyone that want to do it?" And I sort of said, "Well,
I'd like to.
yeah." I was like, "Well, I'll probably do it, Dad. Like it." It seems the right time. I can do a bit
How
of
does
part-time.
that process look like? Do you have to have an interview?
Yeah, it was pretty actually funny you asked that too, because like he said, "All right, well, do you have a resume?" And I was like, "Yeah." I was like, "Yeah, I got one." so yeah.
Can I put you down as a reference, Dad?
Yeah. So I mean, the interview, it was probably the easiest interview I've ever had in my life. It was like, "Yep, you reckon you can do it?" "Yep." Sign the contract. So she was done. So yeah, I don't. Hopefully, I don't have to have another sort of interviewing job
like an
process
exit
again.
interview? Well, who knows if they fire you?
Yeah, who knows? Yeah, I might get sacked.
That might be a bit awkward.
Yeah, that might be a little bit awkward. So, yeah, so out of that, it started as that, and as you probably know, with family business, your role sort of just evolves very quickly.
Well, you have to do everything.
Yeah, because you do. In the
because
end,
it's funny because you'll be expected to be paid market rate, and you'll be expected to work family rate.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
So it's actually probably worse for the person working for a family business. Everyone thinks that they've got this golden ticket to do whatever they want, but it's completely the opposite. You've got
the pressure too that's on you.
All the other staff are like, and then your parents are like, "Well, come on, son, we've given you your chance. You better do it."
That's right. Yeah, yeah. There's a lot of and that you're right. I don't think people fully understand that the added pressures but like I love it. I mean, like I like working under pressure and I think a high pressure environment is good for your learning and stuff, but at the same time, there's all the extra hours and the extra events and all the extra things that you do, and you don't like put that on a timesheet or anything.
No, but then your parents donate the business to like the Animal Welfare League.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, sure. Which probably could happen. Or they just spend it all on a boat or something, and they just say,
At least you got somewhere nice to go for Christmas.
Yeah, well, that's right. Yeah, so that was really good. Now, my role sort of moved more into a sales and marketing and sales management type role. So
it sounds like quite a diverse role.
Yeah,
is it clear on what you're meant to be doing, or are you just like fucking sell heaps of shit?
I'm pretty clear at the moment. We're shifting a bit of focus onto the more broadacre and the more intensive agricultural markets, which is like food production, wineries, all those guys, producing organic composts with NPK value for those guys.
And that NPK, is that from additives, or you're able to do that just by sitting it in a field for a certain amount of time? That might sound like that's a stupid question, but remembering most of the audience don't know how your stuff
absolutely
gets made.
So the interesting thing is, like, for a long time you sort of think about NPK with plants and stuff, people think that they're the three sort of key elements that they need, which is true, they do, but it's like saying a human can survive off protein, fat, and sugar. But you still need the other stuff to make you feel good.
It's quite a broad.
Yeah. So with that, a lot of farmers use straight synthetic fertilizer, which is just literally NPK. And yes, it will make the grass grow, but you're sort of sucking the life of anything else that's in that soil out of it,
and then your soil just becomes an
depleted.
Empty
Yeah, absolutely. So what we're learning and what we're trying to do right now is and there is a lot of science getting done around it, which is really cool, that you can use organic feedstocks and sources to create an NPK organic fertilizer, which is like a compost, which still has the same value,
but still get the height in the numbers that you need.
Yeah, you can still get as much value out of something like that as you would out of a synthetic fertilizer.
So like 6s and 8s, you're not going to get 20s of nitrogen.
No.
Or like 2s, 4s, 6s, 8s kind of.
Yeah, that's right. And you can balance them out. And so we can use our variety of feedstocks to blend a compost, like a brew that will suit what a farmer needs.
For broadacre, they'd take they'd harvest, get back to dirt, and then add your additives. Turn it over, and then next season it's good to go again.
Good to go.
So rather than,
it's not going to...
I mean, that's a quite simplistic way of looking at it, but...
Yeah, absolutely. Obviously, with our stuff, you're not going to get a instant result. It's more of probably like a 2 or 3 year process, because you're adding the organics, the microbes, and everything else back to the soil.
But this is to stop having to leave a paddock empty for 5 years.
Absolutely. Yeah. It's paddock management.
Yep.
So, for us, I think... it's a new area that we're looking into, but we're getting a large volume of green waste in now, and we've obviously got to find markets for that stuff to go.
Yep.
But it's really cool space because I think the shift now especially with my generation, I think the older farming heads, they're still very sold on the synthetics, like,
Yep.
your superphosphate, like single super.
Well, they know what they know.
Yeah, they know, and yeah, that's right, and they do what works, and it's worked for them, and they do. I know we understand it is tough for some farmers too. Like they've got they've got to make ends meet as well.
Yep.
So you got to grow grass. Otherwise, if you don't grow grass this year, then you're not going to make any money.
Yeah.
So so basically we're starting to brew these blends and it can be for gardens, it can be for anything.
Obviously Broadacre is going to be higher turnover.
Yeah, absolutely.
And I'm assuming your business is a scale business. You're bringing in a lot. You need to send out a lot.
Yeah, it's becoming that way. Yeah, we're the Melbourne market for us is really fired up in a big way. There's a massive amount of waste going to landfill still in Melbourne, which is timber waste as well. So we deal with a lot of timber waste, which is that a circular economy again. There's the timber. Most of the timber for construction in Australia is developed in Mount Gambier or the Green Triangle region. So that timber that goes then to market and it's to construction or whatever, we take a lot of construction timber waste back and we'll mulch it up, turn it into other various products.
That industry blows me away. That it's 20 years to grow a tree or whatever it is.
Yeah.
The only other industry I can imagine like that is alcohol, where you need to forecast what you're going to need in 12 to 18 years and put that down today.
Well, tree rotations, which is not necessarily a good thing, but tree rotations are getting shorter because, obviously, supply and demand. So that is something that'll be an interesting thing to watch.
Well, you need to deal with that as well.
Absolutely,
Run out of trees.
It's a risk point for us.
That's where the waste management probably comes in, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Because you're always going to be getting lawnmower clippings and
absolutely.
and tree waste and whatever other waste that you get.
So long as climate change doesn't score us all, then then.
Well, if that happens, I think you've got bigger problems. Than,
that's true.
Than some redundancies in trucks.
That's right. It's probably that probably is ends of world things, but So I think it's really cool that the new shift is moving towards that organic side. It's much better for the environment, and it's also way more sustainable.
Yep.
And you're not going to deplete soils.
Yep.
Healthy life starts with healthy soils.
Yep.
So. That's sort of what we're really trying to promote at the moment. We've made it one of our sort of core values as well.
Yep. So was that part of the branding, I guess the recent exercise that you've done with logos and that you've gone, okay, what are we really about?
Yeah, well, we've done a lot of family succession planning recently, which basically we wanted to identify all our core values, like our mission, our vision, and all that kind of stuff, and sort of really what defines us as a business and where. As the third generation, my parents have been fantastic in involving us as at a third generational level to sort of ask, well, where do you want the business to go? Like, what do you want to do with the business? Do you want to work in it? Do you not?
Well, so often that conversation doesn't happen, and then everyone assumes everyone knows what's going on.
Yeah, absolutely. And that's sort of what happened with my father and his brother, I guess. There wasn't probably enough talk around, well, what did you want to do with the business and which direction should we go in?
And those conversations wouldn't have been happening anywhere. Like what are we talking like, say, 30 years ago?
Yeah. No, it was just always,
the boys will take over.
That's right, the boys will run the business and it will work. But
if they don't like it, well, they'll do it anyway.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, so it has been a really good thing for us. And we're all very honest with each other, very open about...
You need that, I think.
You do. You need to be open about your thoughts and just say whatever's on the table at the time. So we'll have family council meetings and, we'll just talk about what's going on, like what are you thinking, what are you feeling, like are you upset with something, which is really great. And so out of all that, we as a family, obviously, we have to provide the direction for the company and sort of set the tone and set
there's people relying on that.
Absolutely, yeah.
Families. And I guess you're a big part of Mount Gambier.
Huge part, yeah. So we've got, I think it's about 75 full-time employees and then another 20, 25
so they've got families
part-time.
that are all relying on that income. And
absolutely, yeah. It's we're quite an integral part, and we do take an active involvement in the community because it is a good thing, and I think Mount Gambier gets a little bit under-recognised for the size of the industry down there. Like there are some really powerful businesses in that area, so so we're pretty lucky. We're in a sort of spot where we're halfway between Adelaide and Melbourne, so we can take waste from across the border and bring it back over, and it sort of gives us that logistical
it's a good middle
advantage.
ground, yeah.
Well, and with the resource too in the area, the natural resources in the area are very obviously rich.
And obviously rent and land costs would
Yeah.
be low.
Correct. Yep. So yeah, absolutely. Yeah, my grandpa did a great job of sort of acquiring different sort of blocks of land around Mount Gambier over time
That he knew
would be beneficial for the business in the long run, and it was really a game changer for us.
Because they're not making any more land.
No, exactly.
Well, except in China and UAE and but you know what I mean.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah.
Reclaim some ocean.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
I don't think the
Chinese
residents
fine.
of Robert like that.
No.
You just go
Probably
reclaim some ocean
Yeah,
and just dump some.
I'm having
rocks.
this spot right here.
that's
Yeah. Drop a pin. Yeah. What is it? Drop a flag or drop
Yeah,
a marker on
that's
Google
it.
Maps. Yeah.
Yep, this is mine now.
Yeah. Latitude, longitude. Here's where I am. No, but yeah, I think so that it's a good thing for us, and I think it'll be really good for us going forward as a business. And look, we might not all stay in the business.
But you've got exit strategies around that as well.
Absolutely, yeah.
And
So-
that's all that like. Man, I wrote a post about partnerships recently. How I'm not a massive fan and I struggle with it. I can only imagine what it's like to have an 8-way partnership or whatever it works out to with grandparents, parents, brothers, sisters.
Yep.
Whether it's equity or just employment, but like everyone's got an opinion and
Yep. Absolutely. Yeah. There's a lot. Yeah. It's.
I can imagine.
It's a mind twister.
And Carl would be a good resource for you as well, because you guys are in such similar positions generationally in your family businesses. I mean, what are they for? And he's fourth and you're third or whatever.
Yep. Yeah, we hit it off real quick, Carl and I, just for that. I think for that exact reason is when I first started, my first role was actually went out to Carl. Carl was one of the first guys I met in the industry. And he really sort of took me under his wing a little bit, and which was great, to have someone like that sort of looking out for you. But yeah, we have had a lot of conversations around it because it's very interesting, and his family sort of thing is obviously a lot different to mine, but a lot of we can relate to
there's similarities.
The
There's
mindset,
brothers and sisters. There's parents. There's grandparents.
There's so many
You're in the
little
same,
like trigger
similar,
points,
similar
there.
industries.
Yep.
Just different, but same.
Yeah.
Same but different.
Yeah, so family planning is it's imperative
Yeah.
if you want to run a successful family business.
Which is interesting for me. I haven't really thought about it until you've said it now, but I need to think about that for 30 years from now.
Absolutely, yeah.
So it's probably worth starting to have those conversations, at least with my wife.
Yeah.
Now to understand what
Definitely. If you can plan ahead, you'll be so much better in the long run. And there is a lot of resources out there. Family Business Australia, great resource.
What, there's a thing called Family Business Australia?
Yeah. and it is a terrific association.
Really?
You go there.
Oh,
and,
no. It's like, you're in a safe place now.
Yeah.
Tell me why you hate your family.
Yeah, exactly. There is a bit of that goes on. But
You're not meant to talk about it.
Well, I don't talk about it,
No.
but they might. No, it's I was I think that's when my old man he did a great thing by getting us involved with them. Because you go along there and you think
I was saying it was family planning, family business. I'm
family
family
business
planning.
Australia.
Like, oh god.
Yeah, now look them up. FBA. Yeah.
Oh yeah. All right.
Yeah, they're actually they're gaining momentum too. I think they're getting pretty powerful now. But it's fantastic. Like you go there and you talk to other family businesses and just the stories.
It's the same as what you've organically found with Carl, but
exactly.
more,
On just a different level. But it's great going there and you meet other guys and you meet people from different industries and all the stories are the same. You're not unique. You
It's the
think
same
you are.
if you go to a general business conversation.
Yeah,
everyone's
that's true,
struggling
yeah.
with the same stuff.
Yeah.
They just all think you're in your own insular little.
Yeah. And once you get out there and you actually talk to people and you realise, I'm actually not, alone.
Yep.
And these problems are happening everywhere.
And your problems are probably quite small compared to some others, and you're like, that gives me some perspective.
Exactly. Yeah. Well, we're at a good position now. We've got a family charter. We've got a strategic plan and stuff like that. So we've done enough planning around it to be comfortable with where we're at. We want to keep progressing. We want to keep making sure we have regular meetings.
So is the goal to keep growing, or are you looking for stabilisation now, or you're in a growth phase?
Well, in saying
or a
that,
steady growth phase.
steady growth, I think. Yeah, I think at the moment we're probably happy with just sort of consolidating for a couple of years. We've got a lot of stuff going on. We're doing a lot of upgrades to our main production facility in Mount Gambier. So spending quite some big dollars on infrastructure, machinery, equipment, technology. So I think it's kind of a hard one because you always want to grow, but at the same time you don't want to grow too big.
It's funny.
and not be
when you're young, you want to grow a lot.
Yeah,
like I remember. Like, how old are you now?
23. So yeah,
I think we opened Waterpro when I was 24. Yeah, roughly. And it was all just turnover,
guns blazing.
take it all. And this is this year here, I've actually budgeted for a steady year. So we'll do the same as we did last year.
Yeah, good.
And I guess it takes some maturity to go, okay, let's just try to steady the ship before we go back into battle and kind of, you know, get all the I guess that's a weird analogy, but get all the guns reloaded and repair any damage, and then off we go again. So
definitely, I think we've got some really good sort of experienced heads in our business now. We were really fortunate to get a really terrific CEO, which is my dad's sort of right hand man.
That's cool. So your dad's not the CEO.
No, my dad's the managing director.
And he's hired someone to take that
role. Who came from the timber industry. So he's a great man, really good family, like sort of type man as well. So he's really good with our family. From the area, lived in the area most of his life. He's sort of moved around for his work.
He hasn't like moved from Sydney to run.
No. So we had that mistake before bringing in a CEO from who was outside of the area, who was just more, let's cut costs, let's drill
bottom
down.
Line,
and that was never the way the company was going to work.
Values, man.
Core values.
I think there was I did an interview with Matt Nash from Prestige Surfaces when I was in Melbourne, and I talked about how, watch the video that we've made about our values, and if you don't think that that's you, then don't even apply for the job. And I didn't know about that 3 or 4 years ago. Like, it's something I've had to learn because I've hired people that I've gone, this guy's an assassin, he's going to kill it, or this girl's going to destroy this, and we're going to do it. But then I didn't actually look at whether or not they would work inside this business. And if they're not going to play well with others, then
it's not going to work.
So
absolutely, and it's a real. I think it's becoming really clear to us too. My elder sister, she is our people and culture manager, so she's full-time people and culture. And it's all about that, values, and safety and all the other kind of stuff. And
so
HR.
So that's a good
and
job.
Quality assurance.
It's such a good job,
and
it's such a bad job as well. Like, it's so hard. Like, you get to do all the fun, happy, smiley stuff, but then you got to do the real shitty, like,
very high stress. And you got to deal with
and all these personalities. 75 to 95, families, dogs, kids, school holidays, fish, sick leave,
So but you're right. I think for us, finding someone like him, he sort of chairs our family meetings as well. So I'm very close with the family now. We love him, and unfortunately, he's not going to be around forever. But we want to set the business up while he's here, and take all those values that we've sort of developed together. And so the next CEO that steps in, who will obviously have to,
that peg has to fit the hole, doesn't it? So
exactly.
You go, okay, I need another CEO that's got the values that are in line. That's about steady, I guess, responsible growth. Responsible to the environment, the market, the staff. Like, everyone's kind of
absolutely. So I think for us, we're really lucky having some really good experienced heads in our business now. For me personally, it's been terrific. Learning off them, I love learning off the sort of real experienced guys. I mean, when I first started in the business, I was, like you said before, I just wanted to go all guns blazing. I wanted to sell. I wanted to take over everything. But then,
which is good, and a responsible CEO will harness that, because young salespeople are great. But then
the energy's there. But you've just got to
Well, you got no other responsibilities. You got a dog. Yep, and that's it. There's no disrespect to any life partners. But you know what I mean? Like, if you have to go away for a week, cool. If you have to stay back late, cool. Like, you've got all that. But then the flip side of that is sometimes irrational behaviour and high acceleration with no brakes.
That's right. Exactly. Spiral. Like a tornado. So
so do you have a mentor? Would you consider him a mentor, or do you?
Absolutely. He's definitely a mentor of mine. There's another guy in the business who's our national sales and technical manager, who's been a great mentor for me since sort of day one. He's not my direct boss, but I have a lot of respect for him.
Well, you're his direct boss, aren't you? Aren't you in the family?
I wish that's the way it worked. Maybe in 5 years' time, but he's been terrific as well. So I'm pretty fortunate.
You got all these wise heads around.
Some really like experienced,
including your dad, I'm guessing.
And Dad and I talk a lot. Dad's he's always been like my sort of hero, you know, the guy I've always looked up to and wanted to sort of model myself off. So I'm pretty lucky having that, and it's sort of been able to level me out probably over the last sort of couple of years.
Yeah.
Just get your head more on a direct focus on, all right, like I'm not going to be able to go sell, you know, 5 or 6 products and sell them in volume, you know, like let's just think about what products are going to fit those markets, and just think about key customers and, you know, just the volume and not necessarily quality over quantity.
Yeah.
So,
and that's quality, product quality relationships,
Yep.
quality payment terms, like all that stuff.
Yeah, all that stuff.
Is your mum involved in the business?
Yeah,
Yep.
absolutely.
So just as much.
Yeah, just as much. She's the real boss.
Yep.
That's
what I guess. It's very easy, especially in the market you're in the state, or I guess the regional area that you're in. There's a lot of men being mentioned, but obviously there's women in there, like your sister who you speak highly of, and then your mum. Yep. So I'm just curious to know.
It's been a real good thing for us. I think we and especially for our industry, like our industry's probably been very male dominated,
and would still be. I think that obviously it's the reality is that some sexes are more inclined to go for certain jobs.
Yeah,
it's just
absolutely.
the reality. I don't think there's any sexism around it. I think it's just the reality of it.
Yeah.
And I think that trying to balance that out can be dangerous for the world. There's a guy called Jordan Peterson who does a lot of videos about it, and like he would be a polarizing figure. But he's talking about the physics and the biology of it all. Like, it's not saying that women can't drive a truck. It's just saying that if this happens, this happens. So,
yeah, that's right. You know. Yeah, and the mindset. Yeah.
But
yeah, no, my mum she probably wasn't as involved when my father's brother was involved. There was, you know, family politics and stuff like that. But now she's very active involvement. Yep. She sits on our board, and she's
obviously now
shareholder.
that her youngest child is nearly an adult.
Yeah, that's right. So he's nearly getting ready to go on and go off into the world. We're still a very close family, so we still spend a lot of time together. We go on holidays together and stuff, which is great.
Yeah.
So we'll always have that close bond, but. Yeah, it's getting to the point where, like
she's got more time.
Yeah, her and Dad can go off and they can go to Melbourne. A business in Melbourne for us is really booming, so they can go spend a week there without having to worry about, you know, the kids or what are the kids doing, or you know, we're not kids anymore, but you know, that's what.
But they're still you'll always be kids to them.
We'll be there. You'll always be their kids.
You'll always be an 8-year-old or a 12-year-old in their minds. Like, it's just
absolutely. So so it's good that they can go on holidays too. Like they deserve it. Like, they've worked hard really hard for a long time. So I like, you know, it's good now. We're kind of getting close to the point where we can almost, you know, the business can run itself without them having to have too much input.
And so it should. That many staff. I mean, there's always going to be stuff that needs an opinion from a senior person.
Definitely.
And you can do that from anywhere now.
But if you've got a good CEO, then you should.
Well, that's right, man. Dude. Yeah. Man, dude, man.
Yeah,
like,
dude, man.
If you've got a CEO, you should, like that, if you're not operating well with the CEO, you don't have the right CEO.
Exactly.
So, but obviously, I know, and I can imagine that it's hard for them to let go because it's been their baby, and it was your pa's baby.
They'll never let go.
No.
And I never, like, my old man, he always says, you know, I probably won't be in here. Like, when I'm 60, I'm just going to buy a caravan and go, or whatever. Yeah. And I always think, bullshit.
Yeah. Mate, in saying that, I've just realised...
You're going to walk in the door and you're going to walk into my office and you're going to say, Matty, what's going on?
Yeah.
And you're going to run me down and...
Just cruise down in an electric wheelchair.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
Like
Lexus hoverboard or something, hover up there. And
powered on mulch biofuel.
Yeah, well, you can do that.
I reckon that's why my dad... That now I realise my dad doesn't want me involved in his business, not because of any other reason other than that he's a control freak as much as I am, and he couldn't handle me doing anything differently. So it's just easier to go, no. I think it's nice for you to like kind of pave your own path, but deep down it's like, no, I couldn't handle you not doing what I tell you to. And I'm not doing it.
And I think, like, you know, it's funny. My grandpa still does the same thing. Like my grandpa has no real like he's slowing down a bit now, and he's got his own health issues, but he still comes into the office. He's a soldier. He's just a warrior.
Every day? He's at work?
Not every day. He's got rheumatoid arthritis.
So he'll come in ad hoc. It's not diarised. He just rolls in.
No, but he rolls in. But he'll always roll into a meeting, and he's allowed to. Like, he's still 50. Well, 49
Yeah,
or
whatever.
51.
He's,
Or,
large shareholder.
large shareholder. But yeah, it's real funny because he'll come in and he'll like the other day, right? I'll tell you a funny story. I doing a bit of our marketing stuff, and I'm getting some of our new pamphlets out on the bench, and I have to line them up, and I'm just having a look at them and saying, how can I put them in a nice folder and whatever. And Pa walks in and he comes up to the bench, and they're all color coded. We've got a different range of liquid stimulants. So he's looking at them, and I could see in his eyes, like, yeah, I can just see him looking at him, and he's going over him, and he looks at me, and he looks at him, and he goes, "What do you reckon?" And I was like,
I designed it, mate.
I was like, well, I kind of give him the okay. Yeah, like I think they look good. No.
They look shit.
Yeah, you're changing them. And I was like, well, what do you mean, Bart? He's like, I still have ownership in this business, and you're changing them. And so I did have a good laugh to myself, and he didn't like the colours or something apparently.
Yeah.
But so. From that point of view...
So what do you do there? Just hope he doesn't catch you, or you change him?
Oh, no, I'm not changing them. No, they're still going out.
Cool. And hopefully, I'm assuming Pa doesn't listen to podcasts.
Yeah, no, that's right.
Should be all sweet.
We'll keep him off this one.
Based on what I know about you now, I reckon your whole family will sit down on like a Sunday and like have a roast and listen to this all together and be like, oh, that's funny what he said about Pa, isn't it?
Yeah, we literally are having a barbecue this Sunday as a family. So I'm not sure if we'll get the podcast out, but I might do it.
He'll have it up today.
Yeah, well, yeah, I'll get it out for him.
That's
and,
right. I'll email. Was it just pa@BioGro?
yeah, do that. Yeah.
Hey, dude.
Just call him Sir John.
Who keeps calling me dude? Why is this kid calling me dude?
Yeah.
Sir John.
Sir John, he calls himself. So yeah, thinks he's a knight. But
not a big fan of personal nicknames. Can't do it now.
Yeah.
Can't call yourself Sir John. Do you have a quote or a mantra? I mean, you're only so young, and you probably hate getting told that. But is there a quote or mantra that you've kind of been living by, or that's fresh in your mind at the moment?
I've been reading actually a bit of like Richard Branson and some guys like that on motivational things. I think it's kind of hard. Like I think the quality over quantity one is something that I always live by. But also one like that Richard Branson sort of harps on about is if you look after people, they'll look after you, and they'll look after what you need to do. So
what's that? It's along the lines of like, my employees are my number one priority, my customers are my number two priority, and my shareholders are my number three priority.
Correct.
And if you get it in that order, business takes care of itself.
And I've noticed that a lot, that if you're good working in a team and you're good at sort of mingling in with people, working in with people, and you look after them and you respect them as the way you want to be respected, you can get so much more things done. So many more ideas flow.
Yep.
It makes working easy, makes your life easy, takes pressure off you because you can delegate. So when I think about that in business, I think no wonder he's got such a good mix. He's taking care, obviously, of people that love working for him. And in a family business, you want people to love working for you and with you. So yeah, I think that's definitely a key to success. If you all get along well, things are good. Even in the bad times, you can normally...
It's almost unmeasurable.
Yeah.
How much more you can get a person to want to do by treating them nicely.
Yep.
And I mean, I guess it's all I know. I say that like I think I'm nice to them, but
try to be.
Yeah, we've got a funny culture, but
Yeah.
I'm a very unique human being. So some people might perceive my behaviour as mean or bullying. Maybe we should do a survey. We'll talk about that later.
Yeah, survey monkey.
So you mentioned in 5 years, as a term before, is it your intention or desire to run the whole thing? Are you going to try and spike your brothers and sisters in a hostile takeover?
Yeah, that's right. Yeah,
You put them on notice.
It's going to be mutiny. Yeah. Look, I definitely want to follow through and be definitely at a higher level, senior level. I think there's a lot of pressures that would come with running the entire business just because of the size it's at the moment. I like to keep my sort of mind open to opportunities as well. So, but I think I definitely would like to be in that type of general manager position, and probably have like a right hand man. And my one of my elder sisters, not the eldest but the second eldest, Emma, she's very driven like myself. We're both pretty passionate about the business and taking it to a new level. My eldest sister, Stephanie is not so much business minded. She's just more happy doing. She wants to raise a family and do all that kind of stuff. And obviously, little brother, he's still riding dirt bikes.
He'll probably take over the whole thing and destroy you all.
Yeah, he probably will.
While working out a way to sell crypto mulch.
Yeah. He's pretty witty, so he probably just talk his way to the top, without even knowing much on the way.
That's how I got here, man. I got no idea what I'm doing.
That's how a lot of people get a lot of places actually.
If you sound convincing enough, most people are like,
that's true. Yeah, and you can talk just one-liners. Just throw one-liners out there.
Yeah, analogies. Analogies will get you everywhere.
Yeah. So I think. The intentions are definitely to run the business. Indirectly, the family sort of runs the business anyway. Like we have a lot of sort of involvement in the decisions and stuff, which is really good. But I think, I think I'd like to run it with my sister and probably a few other sort of senior members.
That looks at the time.
a bit like a team at the top.
So this will be your last employer. You believe in your life?
Yeah, I believe so.
Barring board,
because I don't think
and volunteer work and whatever else you might choose to do.
Definitely. Yeah, I think this will definitely be probably the last sort of one that, like you said about the interview, I won't have to give a resume to anybody else.
I'm hoping I don't have to.
Which is funny. Like I never really thought about that, but my someone said it to me the other day. It's you'll never need a resume again, and I didn't really think about that. And I was like, yeah, that's probably true. But if I was ever going to work anywhere else, it would be for myself. Yeah.
So you still wouldn't need a resume.
Yeah, so I still wouldn't. I'm a bit of a control freak as well sometimes. Yeah, like I couldn't
buy your own mulch.
Yeah, that's right. It's that MVS like soils and mulches, but
he's thought about it.
Yeah.
Check on Crazy Domains. I bet he's got the website.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah. Go on Yoke Design. They've got it somewhere sitting there. I'm actually stealing that concept because we haven't put that to plan yet. So.
Oh yeah, you don't have to pay for that.
Yeah, that's right.
I put it out to social yesterday. I guess any questions for you around anything.
Yep.
Simon Rice was one of our guests. I don't know, number 12. Dick, I don't track. I don't even know what number you are.
Okay. Yeah.
Because you're more than a number to me, man.
Yeah. Thanks, man.
So
appreciate
what Simon said is, what are the best value amendments to add to soil in a home and garden to aid in moisture and nutrient retention? I've been hearing good things about zeolites.
Yeah. Okay.
Are you qualified to answer that question?
Yeah. I'll give it a go.
Yep.
Simon. So zeolites. That's an interesting one. There, I don't think we do much.
So he's a turf.
Yeah.
Turf guy.
Okay. Yeah. So
right. He's the lawn geek. So you can find him on Instagram.
Well, I've heard zeolites actually can be good in lawn.
Yeah. So that's what he's asking with lawn on the mind, I think.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Right. Yeah. So my knowledge of zeolites is very absorbent. They're good at absorbing nutrients and water, and obviously releasing it as it breaks down. If you ask me what the best, and I'm going to be biased, but
anything you sell,
yeah, pretty much, yeah, whatever you want.
Put our plastic bags in the ground.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, no, I think if you get a premium organic compost, you really can't go wrong.
Yep.
You got to look for something that does have a bit of NPK value in it, because basically, compost, when you add it to your soil, it adds the water retention. It suppresses bad bacteria and fungal diseases. Yep. It releases nutrients and it increases the microbial activity in the soil. And if you've got, and you can actually blend stuff in with it as well. That's the beauty of compost as well.
Because it's not really strong.
No.
So you're not doubling up or whatever.
No, exactly. And to me, it sort of really depends. I think the best way to actually know what value you're going to get, like the best value out of a soil amendment, is probably by doing a soil test in your garden. If you do a simple soil test, you can normally see what levels your soil are at. You'll know, and then you'll be able to sort of roughly know what your soil is lacking in. And all right, well, I need to get something that's going to sort of bring maybe my nitrogen up, or my potassium, or my phosphorus, and then basically from there, you'll be able to work out what soil amendment is going to have the best value for your garden. And then
go to a reseller of your product?
I would say, yeah. So find out what your garden needs, what your soil needs. Go to a professional. They should be able to tell you. Well, obviously, you're lacking in this, and it obviously depends on what plants you've got in your garden as well, like natives and stuff, like different things. Yep. But yeah, like if you want to go like cheap stuff, I've heard a lot of like different quirky things that you can do. You know, like coffee grounds and like. I don't know. I heard dog food and
dog food's not cheap, mate.
And like cat litter and all this kind of stuff. Actually, cat litter has zeolites in it. I think. Yeah. So, but yeah, no, it's. I think it really depends on what the soil needs, what it's lacking in, But compost, if you want to do a sort of home garden job, you can buy those compost bins, put your food waste in there, your green waste, whatever, brew a compost type thing, tea or whatever in your garden.
Yep.
And then if you want to blend stuff in with it, you can blend synthetic fertilizer in with it if you want to give your garden a boost or whatever.
Which these guys are using on their lawn at the level that Simon's at. They're using growth regulators, they're using organic fertilizers, and then they're using obviously synthetic irons and synthetics and iron, and to try and give the leaf that low, thick, high green kind of dense look. So
lush look, yeah.
But he's about to build a house, and so I'm guessing
he's going for
he's going to go like, dude. His lawns at his new house will be like putting green, and not like
a lawn porn
country putting green. It'll be like
next level
tier one, tier one golf
almost fake grass. Yeah. So, no, I definitely recommend just finding out what your soil really needs and then adding that to it.
It's like anything. So how do you lose weight? Reverse engineer it. How do you make more money? Reverse engineer it. How do you get your soil to the best? Find out what it's at and
exactly. And what do you want it to be at? Like, and it really, the sky's the limit. You can spend big dollars, but at the end of the day, like, you really just want to make sure that you have things balanced out. You have your garden balanced and keep the pH neutral in the soil. Like, that's what you sort of want to do. Neutralize that in the soil, and then you're pretty much good to go. So you can't really go wrong. Like in compost, you get the add benefits of organics and carbon, and that kind of stuff in the soil. So
if people want to buy BioGro products, where do they go if they're in South or Metro SA? Like, is Garden Grove one of them?
Garden Grove is our biggest stockist here. You can go. There's a few other the smaller garden centres around.
In bags.
They're
but
not
bulk stuff like bulk composts and that kind of thing.
Bulk compost come to us. You can just come direct to us. Obviously, it depends on quantity. But normally, Garden Grove, Adelaide wholesalers sell a lot of our stuff. Who's the customer? Like a avatar of your customers? Like high-end residential landscapers or commercial landscape jobs? Is your product going into schools and ovals and we'd actually do a lot of soft fall for schools. We sell a lot to the council.
So yours is to grade, like I understand there's a
certified
science grade.
We're certified soft fall. So like councils, schools, we sell a lot. Well, nurseries are a big market for us, and a lot of nurseries sell our packaged products as well. So a lot of them will have a couple of pallets there. Bunning. Well, like, we told
you buy it indirectly through Bunnings.
Yeah, indirectly. We told manufacturer through Bunnings, so you can get a lot of our stuff through there. I think there's definitely an opportunity to bring out our bags soon.
I guess that's a business decision you need to work on, whether or not you're going to be treading on toes of your clients. And
we wouldn't go to like a Bunnings with it. It'd be more of a retail independent type.
You kind of specialist nurseries and
absolutely,
and sand and metal yards, I guess.
But no, if you want a specific blend though, or you want something that's specific for your garden, we pride ourselves off being able to tailor make anything to suit
to
your
needs. How small a quantity though?
Probably
like a tandem.
A tandem would be the smallest quantity. So, look, you could go to a Garden Grove and they stock most of our products
blended.
Not.
As in your raw material, and they can blend.
Yeah, and they can blend as well. So so they can
obviously, if they were asked to do that, there's going to be minimum quantities still, and then they're going to might charge for it. They'll just get 2 scoops and mix them together, basically.
Basically they blend them. They can put them in like bulk bags as well though. So those kind of big bags. So
beautiful, man. Is there anything that you want to promote at the moment that you want? Obviously you're going to have an audience of landscapers that will be potentially listening to this. You got anything you need to pitch? You haven't just released a book or anything, have you?
No. Still in the writing process of that, Clint. But no. No, I think I will actually. A lot of like your specialty mixes for like. I noticed you got the green wall right there. Like,
we're calling that a brown wall now.
It is looking a little bit lackluster, mate.
We've changed the name to brown wall.
It looks like it needs some water, Clint. And,
God, Caroline Dawes 2.0.
Ironic. So basically, like for that kind of stuff, we produce specialty like blends for like specifically for green walls
Okay.
and like rooftop mixers, planter box mixers.
Yeah, that's handy to know.
Yeah, so a lot of that stuff, like, and especially for high-end jobs where
Yep.
you want things to perform,
Yep.
and you want to know it's going to perform.
Or
we
if you maybe sell grow walls and they should look better than that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, correct. Yeah, and we can do lightweight stuff, so
Yeah.
you know, no pressure on the wall or anything, and
Yep.
longevity of the mix as well.
Yep.
So, but also, yeah, for your real high-end type soil conditioners, like you sort of dig it in type mixers, we can do them. So,
Yep.
and we can do them probably a lot sort of cleaner than maybe the competitors can,
Yep.
just because of our feedstocks.
Yep. Because of what's coming in.
Yeah, well, because of what our product's made out of.
Yep.
So it's just cleaner. So,
Yep.
but yeah, like, you know, we can do a lot of those type specialty job things,
Yep.
and we're happy to do one-off jobs.
Yeah. So if people are, so I guess don't be shy to call and ask.
Don't try to call and ask.
Yep.
Always call in and ask, and
Yep.
look, if we can't do it, we'll point you in the right direction.
Yep.
So
40 years of experience, you'll know where it's happening.
Yeah, we should know. We should know. If we don't, that would be pretty embarrassing. But no, look, yeah, I think for that kind of stuff, yeah, give us a call and we'll be able to sort you out.
We'll link up all the websites and everything below this. Thank you so much.
Actually, yeah, and get on our social media. We haven't been very good at social media.
I did notice. I looked at
firing it up
BioGro. You've got about
recently,
213 or something, 416 likes on your Facebook page. So
yeah, we're just starting to real fire it up. We haven't really. We've just sort of over the last few weeks, we're starting to post on there. So get around that, follow that. We're going to be pretty active on there.
Yep.
In the next 6 months.
just give away a lawnmower, man.
Yeah, and we should just yeah. Give away a green wall.
Give away a truck.
Yeah, we could do that.
That'll get you
Yeah,
20,000 followers.
Yeah, that'd probably get quite a... Actually, that's not a bad idea.
The whole truck. No, a truckload of stuff. You don't want to give the truck. No, give the truck
give him
away.
the truck as well.
Give
yeah.
him the truck.
Yeah,
Thanks, man.
because then we're going to have to reach out. Thanks, man.